Well, President Obama receiving an angry message from one police group this Labor Day weekend. The New England Police Union urging its members to boycott the president's Labor Day address in Boston, blasting the Obama administration for what it says is utter silence when it comes to the anti-police rhetoric and even attacks we have been seeing now for months. Joining me now, Jerry Flynn, the executive director of the New England Police Benevolent Association. Great to see you, Jerry. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight. So you said earlier you believe that President Obama actually has blood on his hands. Why?
First of all, Megyn, thank you very much for having me. And we've been dealing in the last month. We had 8 police officers killed in the line of duty in this country. And we have heard nothing from the president. This is a man who, in 2004, went from an unknown state senator to the White House based on his epic speech at the DNC convention. And quite frankly, there's probably no better prolific speaker than the President of the United States himself. Yet, when it's been time to talk about the racial divide that is in this country, he has done nothing. And as far as we're concerned, these are hate crimes against police officers. These are members of his administration. We can go back to his first term in office. I was invited along with 30 other people.
You actually went to, my apologies, I know you actually went to the White House. You met a while back with Vice President Biden, and he made you a promise. What was it?
Well, let me just say this. Joe Biden was not only the Thomas Jefferson of the crime bill, which was signed into law by President Clinton in 1994, but Joe wrote that bill. And I know Joe, and I've worked with Joe personally. I have a lot of respect and admiration for the man. We went to his office. He told us in no uncertain terms, when we told him that we had concerns about this president, he stated he would be the voice of law enforcement. Well, that voice has been silent as well. So this isn't just a Obama problem. This is an administration problem. And going up as far as the Attorney General Holder, I mean, he's been nothing more than a puppet for this administration. And in all due respect to Joe, his silence has been a real hindrance.
Now he's been replaced by someone who has made statements on behalf of law enforcement, although I know that...
She has.
Yeah, I know that law enforcement hasn't been satisfied. I want to ask you this. Is this a partisan thing for you? I mean, do you dislike President Obama for political reasons?
Well, it's funny you say that, Megyn. Most labor unions in this country, if you have a D at the end of your name, they endorse you. The New England Police Benevolent Association has not had that rhetoric. We've endorsed both sides of the aisle. As a matter of fact, in Massachusetts, we endorsed Charlie Baker and Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito, who are both Republicans. We endorsed the governor from New Hampshire, who happens to be a Democrat. We've endorsed.
So it's about protecting cops.
Senator Scott Brown.
It's about police
lives. We endorse the people who are supportive of us. And this isn't about personalities. This isn't about anything other than protecting those who protect and serve this country. And
Understood.
Quite frankly, we're appalled at what the Massachusetts AFL-CIO has said in response to our boycott. And there's no place in today's society to have the President of the United States, who is probably the most prolific speaker in the last 20 years, to remain silent.
Jerry Flynn, thank you for being here, sir. We appreciate it.